How's it going, guys? So Airman Red here. I'm here with a bit of an announcement video. Also a little bit of more of an informational video. Don't know exactly what this video is going to be. I literally have no clue what I'm doing. So this is going to be more of a video kind of announcing something that actually just recently happened. I was in the works of a new video coming out. I know it's a little late. I made a couple trips for work up to a different city, so now I'm back home. So I was going to make a video about the new military retirement plan that's rolling out in 2018 called Blend-in Retirement, along with the TSP. But that is going to have to wait a couple months. And here is the reason why. As much as I'd love to start getting into more meat of statistical videos and knowledgeable videos for you guys to start watching, I actually just got a call from my recruiter today that I'm going to be leaving on a flight this Monday on the 21st for the Air Force. So instead of having basic training all the way over there, my basic training, it's now right here. So it's really close up, it's really unexpected, it's really sudden, and it's kind of made it really essential for me to quickly get all my assets in order and make sure I have all these massive amount of things all together in order for when I leave. Not to mention including spending time with friends and family before I leave, making sure that, if I'm going to be leaving home for a while, I kind of want to make sure all the loose ends are tied, all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure I say my goodbyes to people. I do it the right way. It's a new chapter in my life. So instead of making the video about the new retirement plan, that's going to have to wait till actually after basic training because I am leaving this Monday. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about what my experience has been with this, the whole leaving early thing, the crunch time aspect of it, what I'm going through, what are my strategies, and what I'm doing to kind of make sure that it's all in good order. Really, the first thing I had to do was when I got this call, he said, all right, I need you to accept it within the next 5 minutes or it's going to go into somebody else. Now this other person couldn't take it because they just weren't ready for it. So I called my parents. They were quite taken back by it. And so ultimately, because I went to them because they're my mentors and my parents, they recommended that I would go off and do it. And I also said the same thing too. I really wanted to just kind of make it happen. I want to go out and do it. I want to start my career. I want to start my new life. And this is a whole new leaf that I'm turning over, and I'm extremely excited. And the whole rush and adrenaline of it being so close is also really exciting too. It's really nerve-wracking. It gets nervous at times. All of a sudden you sit back and you're just like, this is happening. But it's kind of the thing we got to deal with. It's kind of the thing we got to deal with because things happen. Things happen unexpectedly in life, especially with the Air Force. I know not everything is exactly 100% scripted. So I knew what I was doing when I got into it. My job did. My parents did. We all knew that there's anything that could really happen, and if something comes up, I'll take it because I've wanted to do this ever since I was a little kid. I've wanted to serve. I wanted to, work for my country's military. This is what I wanted to do. So when an opportunity was presented next Monday, yeah, short notice, but I had to do it. I just had to. So I met with my recruiter today. So a couple hours after getting off the phone with him, I met him up in the office next town over because we don't actually have one in this town. So drove up there with a friend of mine. Went and quit my work, so that was fun. Going to do that. That's definitely a nice thing about the short notice. I actually went in and shook a bunch of hands and said it was great working for you guys, but I'm sorry I had to leave for the Air Force. It's a little unexpected, and they understand that. They knew what they were getting to also when they hired me a couple months back as well. I made it very clear with them what my intentions were, so that was good. And really, it's not like they can go, well, no, you can't because you're leaving for the military. You're quitting. So everything went well there. So I went up to my recruiter's office and he wanted to do a little bit more of a briefing before the final, like a little 2-hour meeting I have in a couple of days before I leave. So this meeting was, he gave me a bit of paperwork. I'm going to go over that in a minute here, but mostly it was for, to kind of brief me on the basis of going back up to MEPS and shipping out to fly down to San Antonio for basic training for 2 months. I had a lot of questions, and actually one of the biggest things that I learned is that basic training actually does their material stuff different. So when you get there, you are actually going to be given a black backpack with the essentials in it to last you for about 2 weeks. So it's going to have, shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrushes, all that kind of stuff. Everything else, like compression shorts and phone cards, you're going to have to buy your own at the BX when you get there. Such as me, I have a prepaid T-Mobile phone, so instead of me paying $100 to keep my phone running for the next 2 months, I'm just going to get a couple minute cards at the small BX, which is the one you guys have access to at Lackland Air Force Base for the Air Force. But once you go across the bridge after your graduation, you have access to the mother lode of all BXs. Lackland Air Force Base, Big BX. Trust me, when it's that big of a deal. When you guys see it, you guys will know. But anyways, um, so you get this bag, and this bag is supposed to last you about 2 weeks for your essentials, and everything else after that you can buy yourself. But you still actually do have a packing list, and I went through that today, crossed off everything I have already, and then highlighted everything that I need to get from the store. See, I wanted to kind of break it down to ease the pressure on me a little bit on the short notice, so that's what I did. That's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, is going out and getting all those essentials. But you still do need to pack a bag. I'm doing it in a backpack. Even though I probably will never see it during basic, because it's all my civilian clothes, it's all my kind of stuff like that. Because you are going to be getting those essentials at basic now, unlike what it was before. I don't know if they got tired of so many people showing up without what they were supposed to be bringing, but whatever it is, it's pretty cool. Really nice backpack. It's got like Velcro tactical straps on the back that you can attach nameplates, patches to, stuff like that. For at least the pictures I saw, who knows? They could be different. From what I hear, they're pretty kick ass. So that's pretty relieving for me. Relieves a little bit of stress, helps out with planning. My God, my hair is so fuzzy. I'm just ready to shave it off. I'm just ready to do it. It's ready to be gone. This is crazy. Look at this. How am I supposed to live with that? I can't. That is nuts. I'm ready just to go out and shave it off, which I probably actually will before I go to basics, so they're not sitting there like here and scalping me. So that's not on my agenda. So I'm going around and hanging out with friends. I'm going around and hanging out with family, making sure that I spend my time wisely with the people that I care about most before I really make my journey to turn over this new leaf in my life. Um, so anyways, on to the paperwork I was given. The first paperwork kind of section I was given was a little bit of a checklist, basic checklist. Um, am I still meeting weight requirements? I don't have any open wounds. I'm not missing an arm. I'm not missing a leg. My head's still here. I'm not blind sporadically. So that was all good, because obviously I'm still within requirements for there. Next paperwork was direct deposit sheet, where when you get paid in the military, if you have a pre-existing bank account, you can put that on there. So when you get paid into your bank account already, so you don't have to worry about setting up new bank accounts with other people like USA, Navy Federal, other banks, credit unions, whatever. Um, so that was pretty simple. That's pretty convenient as well. Um, and I believe that is actually going to be separate from the card you get at basic training with the $400 on it, for washing your uniform, getting all the stuff at BX, like the compression shorts or phone a minute cards. Um, so and I know there are other things, but don't exactly know them off the top of my head. Guess I'll find out when I get there. Um, so other paperwork was graduation guest checklist, where whoever you're bringing to your graduation, you need to put on this list. Um, and they need, name, middle initial, date of birth, state ID, which is their driver's license number, and they're going to be going under a minor background check. So if anybody has a criminal record that you want to bring to your graduation, sorry to say, but they're not going to be able to come. Um, so also have to fill out that. So I've got my checklist. I had the graduation guest form. I had the direct deposit form. And I also had my recruiter print me off the address and Google Maps location and kind of picture form maps, so I know how to get up there. But that's about it for me. That's all I really had to take care of. And then I'm going to have my final meeting with my recruiter, which is going to take about 2 hours, which is the final briefing, step by step by step, for before I leave for basic, before I leave for MEPS, so I can make sure I get through that process a little smoothly. If you guys don't know why you go to MEPS for the second time, MEPS is actually when you swear in the first time for the Air Force, you actually swear into the delayed entry program. You actually aren't active duty, and you actually aren't enlisted, unlike my intro video says. That was a mistake on my part. Um, but you actually aren't enlisted yet. Um, so when you go up this final time before you actually ship out, you do swear in for it's a much more bigger production. You know, it's not as laid back as the first one is. You know, you got a lot of people there taking pictures. You get a lot of people there, kind of in support to what you're doing. Um, so that one's a little bit more official. So you do that, and then you ship out. I take a shuttle to my airport, fly down to San Antonio, and then from there, I think we go into a bus from um, San Antonio Airport to Lackland Air Force Base, I believe. Not quite sure. Could be wrong on that. That's just my general knowledge of what's going on from what I've been told. And then from there, I believe sometime during that first day, you get a phone call to your home. I know it's scripted, so it's giving your address, letting you know that you're not dead or you're safe and everything, letting your family know. And if they somehow miss that call, a week from then, you actually send out a postcard to your family that has your address and everything on it, so they have it. Me personally, I'm sending that to my family, and then I am having my brother post the address on my Facebook account so other people can send me mail, because I've got a lot of family that lives in different places, got a lot of friends that live in different places that want to send me mail, and it's a good networking tool to get that address out there, even though it is technically public information. Um, and you can find all the information on AF Wing Moms. That's a very good site for parents of trainees and parents of service members to go check out. I'll probably link that in the description. I mean, that's helped my mother out so much already as it is. Knowing what me, her son, is going to be getting into, what she can write, what she can't write. Um, so it explains why you can't send your trainee glitter bombs in basic training. Unfortunately, it gave my mom a bunch of really bad ideas that she got the mischievous grin over, and I have a feeling I'm going to be getting some horrible mail that's going to single me out. Anyways, so yeah, so that's what I'm going through right now. So I mean, really, if you guys are in the same situation as I am, and you guys are seeing this because of that, I definitely recommend that you look at this from an outside perspective, really. You look at this in the big scope of things, big picture. You're doing this, and it is a huge impact on your life. You're turning over a new leaf with this kind of thing, and you are rebuilding a foundation for your life into something new. You're rebuilding into the future. You can take what you've learned from the past, take what you've learned before you enlist in the military, and learn what you've done right, learn what you've done wrong, and take that to start over new and build what you want to. Build the life that you want. Because this is a chance to start over. This is a chance to lay a new foundation, brick by brick by brick. And this is a chance to actually make your life what you want it to be and succeed in that. And I think in that own right, it's beautiful. It's fantastic. I'm ready to go out and kick its ass. I'm ready to go out and do it. I'm ready to go out and build the life, build the career, build the education that I want, that I've always wanted. And I'm ready to do it through serving my country. And I'm excited. I really am. I really am. And this whole short notice thing also is kind of hitting me hard as well. But that's the best thing about it. You know, it's it's better just to jump in to the pool than go in an inch at a time. And I'm ready to do it. So definitely hope you guys liked the video. If you guys got any questions about what I'm doing right now before I leave, this is kind of my goodbye. So if you guys can get those in, or if you guys want to subscribe, comment on the video, like it for when I get back. When I see it after tech school, I would like to come back to a pretty good outcome, just to know I'm helping people out there. Um, hell, any input is encouraged. You don't like my hair, tell me, do it. I'll see what I can do. Um, not really much in that department, but you know what I mean. Give me some feedback. Let me know that you guys are there, because that is essentially why I'm making these videos, is just to help out, reach the community like I was once. So I will see you guys on the other side, and I hope to meet some of you out there.